What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here. How would you hit these bases? Gonna do that. We haven't done that video in a while against the latest war versus Reddit Elphino or Elphino, however you pronounce it. I don't know. So let's jump into some of the attacks. See how you all would hit them with what compositions, what spells, where you'd come in from, and what you'd do. So starting off with the 10v10, which is pretty cool, right? So let's throw on the masking here. So we'll hide the army, and then we'll look at what's going on here. We've got a Town Hall 10, not a max Town Hall 10 by any means, but you know, it's a Town Hall 10, so it's not simple. We got Inferno Towers, some max level 9 expos. We got a Inferno Tower Island on each side. And then, you know, we've got some builder huts in the corners there. So let's just see how you all would attack the space with those symmetrical ADs. Let's go ahead and take away the black masking. See what composition used. And we've just got a ton of loons here with a couple of hounds. So we'll check this out with 6 hastes and 2... Skelly and a Rage and a Heal. I think we're just going to start funneling in some of these loons to get rid of those 2 air defenses at the edges at both the 7 and the 2 or 1 o'clock. Going to do the same thing on the other side. I think this one used a little bit too many loons at 1 o'clock. 7 loons are used to get this mortar and AD. Not sure if the intention was to get that cannon as well. It does get the cannon, but again, I don't really think unless you're doing it for funneling, you really need to worry about that cannon because it can't shoot air. So that's what we're going to get out of those loons, but it worked out really good. So now we're just going to spam the loons from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock and then drop the lava hounds right behind that in just a little bit. There we go. And we have a Skelly trap to take out the enemy queen. We've got bunch of hastes to push these things in, and they're making their way through the core. I think we get the queen here kind of luckily by dropping the bombs on the defense she was standing right next to. The Skelly trap is used on that Inferno Tower, which is pretty cool at 1 o'clock. And now we've got a king and queen dropped in to take care of that Tesla farm and to tank for the other defenses for these loons as they push through. We have a lava hound in the clan castle, which is definitely going to be a problem for this queen, as she is going to focus on that and continue until she finally at least pops it, which is not cool at all. We have some loons on the back end, saved a couple in the back pocket for that to 9 o'clock area. We've had 1 hasted loon to get that archer tower at 9. Almost does it, but not quite. Minions are going to jump in and take out that last Skelly trap and on that solo, I think it's a solo loon. And then we've just got a bunch of trash buildings to clean up. The queen does actually pop the lava hound, but is able to take care of it. So we'll fast forward everything as we're just in cleanup mode. We still have that army camp at the 9 o'clock. So I'm not sure I saw how much the time was actually taken for this attack, but it had to be pretty decent. So, but a good way to start us off. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into some Town Hall 9 hits. Put up that black masking, and then we'll go into number 16. Look at our first one. Canadian A taking on... Oh, look at that. We've got... oh, there we go. Okay. Thought we were going to time out there. All right. So we've got a base here that is a little different. I like these type of bases where it's not so standard composition or standard compartments, some different things, some builder huts in the corners. Let's just zoom out as much as we can. Take a look at those air defenses, take a look at where the king and queen are, where the clan castle is, and see how you all would hit it and where you would come in. Also, just some broken walls in that core. So, interesting design. Let's move out this masking so you could take a look. And you could see that it is a cold-blooded Gobo La Loon composition. And I think we're coming in at 3 o'clock if I remember correctly. Already doing funneling with wizards and baby dragons, getting some really good value on those before having to drop in that giant. Dry Units dropped into tank for those wall breakers, so we can already start coming in. We've triggered the clan castle already. Baby Dragon on Baby Dragon, and until it's in poison, that enemy Baby Dragon is going to come out the victor. But our kill squad is going to jump in, get that enemy queen, and push through a little bit more of the base. I don't think we needed a jump. We just have a rage here. We have a heal and 4 hastes for that loon, those La Loon back end. Friendly Queen is just going to town, taking out as many air defenses as she can. Already got 1 down, taking out the sweeper, coming in, taking out that second air defense. And I think that's all the air defenses that she's going to get. Possibly can walk into that broken wall and get that last one at 6 o'clock. But we've already got La Loons coming in at that area. Spreading those loons out and just being very patient with those hastes to go push through to get towards that 9 o'clock compartment. The other lava hounds will spread out. We've got 4 loons still not used. There we go. They're dropped in to take care of that. Do need to haste them in because that is just going to be some really nice timing. Popping that lava hound just at the last second. And now we only have to worry about a Tesla with about 10 or 12 balloons and a heal that is going to, without a doubt, be swagged because there's no need to use it. And then we're just going to watch the cleanup on this as this base was completely crushed. Like a tin can under a, I don't know, whatever weighs a lot, under a 2,000 ton weight. There we go. That's perfect. Let's look at number 18. Let's get that black masking on so nobody can cheat. There we go. And number 18, let's check out how Fodder is going to hit this base. One of my favorites. You know I love these bases with the 4 air defenses on one side of the base. Queen on the other side. Look at all those beautiful storages. Builder huts on each of the corners, even on some of the middle sides. And Wizard Tower farms on each side at 10 and 5. So I think there's a lot of different ways to hit this base, because it is built that way. But let's see what Fodder does to hit it. He's using a Bewitched attack. And this is pretty much the OG Bewitched attack with the 8 witches and 3 golems to take care of this base. So I think he only brings 2 archers for those builder huts. It's pretty risky, but we've got the golem already jumping in to trip that clan castle, dropping a poison to take out the king and the clan castle, which is a baby dragon and a witch, and I think maybe a Valk or a wizard or something like that. Now we've got the other golems dropping in at those Teslas at noon and 3 o'clock with witches and wizards behind them. We've got a jump to connect that that first compartment to the third compartment, and we've brought another jump as well as 2 rages. Still haven't used the rage yet, and we're going to need to drop that jump any day now. There we go. Drops that first rage to go push through. We've got a couple wizards outside the base working on the side. We've got nothing working on the side of the 4 o'clock area. So that's one of the problems of this type of attack is it starts to kind of peter out or die out towards the end of the base. We've run out of jumps, we've run out of rages, and now we just basically have to wait and see what goes on. We have a queen that has not used her ability yet, so that's always a plus. She's going to be able to take out that wizard tower farm even without using the ability, and then we've got to worry about those 2 Teslas and kind of the mortar at the bottom. The mortar is going to be able to take out skeletons, but as far as anything else, it's not really a big deal. We have a golem, at least 1 golem up, maybe even 2 golems. So we got a golem and a golemite that are up that are not taking that mortar anymore because they're out of range, but they're hopefully going to take it out. And then we have a queen going one-on-one with the Tesla, not even using the ability. So this base is completely done at this point. It's just about, sorry about that. It's just about crushed, so we're going to go fast forward this and go ahead and watch it, the 3-star just magically appear. There we go, boom, and the builder hut in the corner. All right, let's jump back on that masking. And let's just look at 3 more attacks. Look at number 20. Look at this base, another one of those kind of funky designs. Got the 80s all over the place on the edges and pretty spread out. The clan castle is very easily accessible, and queen is not too difficult to get to. So, sorry about that. Just, wow, it's getting late here. All right, let's see how you all would hit it, and I'm going to show how this was actually hit. We're going to use a Queen Walk La Lune with no wall breakers. So let's check it out. The Queen Walk is going to come in from noon. And I think we use the Queen ability here a little preemptively, or we probably misclicked it. I'm not sure if you meant to do that or not, because he's going to pop that ability very, very soon with no reason, because we have a couple of point defenses, I think. So we've got those skelly traps to deal with. Queen's going to deal with that absolutely no problem. Then we've got an Expo and a cannon, but that cannon goes down right now, so now we only have one Expo that would be on. And I think it was just a misclick on the ability, just popping it too soon. Even using that rage, I'm not sure that rage was actually needed, except just to push through the base a little bit quicker. But the queen was full health almost the entire time. Now that rage would potentially be needed, as we have 2 Expos on the queen, and that's never a good thing. So he will use that second rage to keep those queen alive. We unfortunately have the healers being targeted by that first Expo, but we're dropping the rest of the kill squad in here to take care of that clan castle. We have a baby dragon, so we're going to have baby dragon on baby dragon action in just a second, and then we're going to have some queen on queen action. So this is looking out pretty decently. We've got a jump going in to push everything through that core and start taking out some of the rest of these trash buildings and defenses. And we have a good portion of the base already cleared out, about almost 50% of it, and it's time to start that La Lune deployment, taking out that last mortar edge of the defenses and working our way in towards 3 o'clock. We have a wizard tower farm, and we have no heals for it, so that could potentially cause a problem. The Loons are pushed through to get done with those air defenses, so there are no more air defenses up, and we have to worry about these wizard towers right now and Expos. The queen is tanking one of those Expos as it goes down, and now we've got to worry about that wizard tower farm. Taking out the sweeper. Unfortunately, that lava hound is not going to be able to really tank that good, especially after it goes down, but it wouldn't be able to tank for those wizard towers. But we've got enough loons to overpower it. I think we've got 3 or 4. I don't know if they're going to make it all the way through. Nope, they're going to die just at the last second, but sacrifice their life to take out the last archer tower and get the 3-star. All right, just a couple more to take a look at. And we'll look at number 22. Actually, there's 3 more to look at. All right, look at this base. 4 air defenses all over the place. Kind of a weird shape. Queen, king together. Builder huts in all the corners except for noon. And clan castle is pretty centralized, so it's not easily accessible to get. So let's go ahead and check out what you would use, and then we can look at what was actually used. We're going to do a quad La Lune here, because we haven't looked at one of those attacks yet. Still probably the most powerful attack in Town Hall 9 game. But we've got a king-queen coming in at 6 o'clock to start doing some funneling, and I think to get the clan castle lore, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. So the hog is going to get dropped in there to trigger that clan castle, which is a baby dragon, witch, and a Valkyrie. And under poison, that's going to be taken out pretty simply, but that king is going to die really quickly. Fortunately, the poison will take out those skellies and the witch without too much of an issue. And then we've just got to pop our ability to take out that little baby dragon, and then we'll get whatever value we can out of that the queen, which is not that much. So it's up to the La Lune portion to do most of the damage here, as only 8% of the base is taken out. We got those suicidal loons coming in at 6:30, and the rest of the kill squad, or the rest of the La Lune deployment, coming in kind of in a counterclockwise from 5 o'clock all the way around towards 9 o'clock. So we've got all of our Lava Hounds deployed and most of our loons deployed, but we still have a Rage, 2 Haste, and a Heal. Being very patient with that, especially not wanting to use that heal until it gets towards that 9 o'clock area. Dropping the Rage to push through that core, but most of the loons completely skirt over that, so we don't get too much value. But there we go with the heal. We have no more Lava Hounds tanking for those loons at 7 o'clock. And we have one more haste that I would have used there, because honestly it doesn't really need to be pushed through to that sweeper, but no big deal. We still get the 3-star, we still crush the base, and we do it in just about 2.5 minutes. So nice job by Peter. Alright, well, now we can look at 2 more attacks. Put the black masking back on there, and we'll jump down to number 25 and look at Silent Assassin's attack. Here's the base. Another pretty interesting design. I hate the 4 air defenses on one side. I do like the fact that the base is weirdly designed, so it's not as a simple, like, symmetrical type of thing where you know what you're going to do with it. There is a wizard tower farm at 10 o'clock, which is always a pain if you don't deal with it appropriately, and you got to figure out where the Tesla farm is here as well. Clan Castle looks to be pretty easily lureable, and the queen is kind of accessible, but not simply. So you can see how you all would hit it, and we'll check out how Silent Assassin hits it with a Queen Walk Drag La Lune. Really, really nice attack. Really close on time, but this base, I mean, just gets beyond annihilated. I mean, it's nasty what happens to this base. She should be locked away for what she did to this base. It just gets crushed. So Queen Walk is coming in at 6 o'clock, and it's going to move her way till 9 o'clock, and getting tons of value on these on the trash buildings at 1 to 3 with all those buildings on there. So we're just going to speed up this Queen Walk to push things along a little bit. Has to use the Rage, uses the ability, and now we'll slow things down a little bit, as everything else is pretty much off the queen, except for just a couple point defenses. Needs to use that last, or that second Rage, to push through that Tesla and the other 2-point defenses that are on top, almost 3, and the Wizard Tower farm. But now we can start our King and Bowlers coming in here, and really good use of these bowlers. Has to use a Rage and a heal on them, but is going to be able to get at least 2 of those air defenses, maybe even 3. I don't remember what she gets with the bowlers, but here's the heal there to keep them alive with those point defenses, and the Rage to push through and get those air defenses. And I think the King with the bowlers behind it got that 3rd air defense, or the last air defense. So I mean, look at this. We've got La Lune portion coming up, and there's nothing for these dragons to take. I mean, it's almost like, where do I drop them? 69% of the base is done, and we have 5 dragons that can be deployed. 4 of them already are deployed. We do have the enemy queen up, but I think she is on, like, beyond life support. So 1 breath from a dragon is going to take care of her. Tons of loons up. I think we still have a completely full Lava Hound up. And we haven't lost a dragon as far as I know. We have 5 dragons up, so the same as we started with, and they take out the queen. We're just going to fast forward this because it is just completely destroyed. I don't know if I've really seen a Town Hall 9 attack where every single dragon lived with more than 4 or 5. So really props to Silent Assassin. Really nice attack. And we'll look at the last one with Number 26. No, that can't be right. Number 30. All right. So take a look at this base. Not a max Town Hall 9 by any means, but we've got Wizard Tower, semi-farm in the core with 2 on the sides. All the 4 air defenses on one side again. Easy accessible clan castle, easy accessible queen and king together on the edge. And anything else that we need to know now. So what would you all use to hit it? Well, since we like to watch that dragon attack so much, we'll watch another one with no queen walk, but we're just going to do a strict drag La Lune using 2 lava hounds though on this attack. It is quite interesting as we've got a king queen just kind of suiciding here at the 6 o'clock compartment to get that AD, and they're going to get 2 Teslas as well. The cannons are pretty insignificant, as it's not going to make any difference in a drag loon attack or drag la loon attack. There we go, getting 2 air defenses down and 2 Teslas. Great value on that small little push with just the king queen. And we've got 6 dragons and 10 loons with 2 lava hounds. And there we go with the dragon deployment. Clan castle is tripped. Wizard and a baby dragon come out of it. I guess there was probably like maybe some Valkyries in there or something else. And then we're going to go and send 2 lava hounds coming in at from noon all the way until the 9 o'clock. And the only thing I was a little concerned about is dropping those 2 lava hounds down there, but backing it up with no loons. The loons are coming in way too far away to make any kind of difference and get there. We saved a couple for to get in, but they're just not going to get in time. So the dragons have to do the dirty work, and they're actually going to take out one of those air defenses, and then those loons deployed all the way back at 12 o'clock are finally going to get that last one. So everything worked out. It was actually a really nice attack. We still have 4 dragons up and I think 4 loons, but the loons are dropping pretty quickly against that Expo and the Sweeper. 2 dragons coming in to save the day, as those loons will be able to pop that Expo and then make their way towards that last Archer Tower, which is going to get taken up by the dragon. So it's just about trash cleanup, and that's what's done properly. So anyway, hopefully you all enjoyed this How Would You Hit These Bases video. Get used to the different compositions on each of these attacks. We showed some ground attacks, we showed air attacks, just a bunch of different mixed compositions with different types of spells. So tons of different things for you all to play around with. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Share them with your clanmates. If you all enjoy these attacks and you benefit from them, the chances are they will as well. Use friendly challenges to your benefit. Just use them over and over again. Hit bases multiple times so you get used to which sides are the best, what to look for when you're coming in, what you want to accomplish on each of your different attacks, the goals for each of your units, and what you want to do for each of the phases. So go ahead, practice that, get those 6-star clan wars and those 3-star attacks.